In 1930, just a little over 10 years before the bombing of Pearl Harbor, the last major Indian expedition was organized to hunt down and kill an American Indian tribe. But who were these Indians? Following the surrender of Geronimo to the United States Army, in 1886, a small band of Apache Indians, numbering about 100, fled into the mountainous region of Sonora, Mexico, to avoid being sent to a reservation. This rugged environment allowed them to remain almost undetected for decades, although local ranchers and townspeople knew, or had heard, of their existence. These holdout Apaches often raided ranches, on both sides of the Mexican-American border. They stole livestock, and in some cases even killed, or kidnapped men, women and children. It was one of these raids that led to the organization of the Fimbres expedition of 1930. Francisco Fimbres was a Mexican cattle rancher, in Sonora. In 1926, Apache warriors swept down from the mountains, killing his wife, and kidnapping his young son. From that point on, Fimbres swore revenge against the Indians, and set out many times to find his son and kill his captors, always returning empty-handed. But in 1930, he organized the biggest expedition yet. It was estimated that up to 800 men would take part in the hunt for these renegade Apaches. This Fimbres expedition was advertised in newspapers far and wide, and men longing for the days of the old Wild West wanted in. From Douglas, Arizona, on the Mexican border.
Soldiers of fortune and adventurers, who hunger for excitement, are gathering here from all over America, for what may be the last blow that civilization on this continent will ever strike against the barbarism that lies beyond the frontier. The blow will be struck at the wild Apache Indians, the last descendants of Geronimo's famous band, who infest the unexplored Sierra Madre Mountains of Mexico, some 168 miles from here, and about 30 miles south of the United States boundary. The expedition plans to leave in March or early in April.
Men rode in from all over, eager to be given a chance to join the expedition.
Have you room for a fellow who has done 2 hitches in the Marine Corps, and 1 in the Navy? I never fought Indians, but I have chased people all around Haiti and Nicaragua, and was in the landing and occupation at Veracruz. I guess I would have the guts to chase these birds.
Another, from Denver, Colorado, wrote,
If you contemplate going in after those Indians soon, I shall count it a very great privilege to join you. I have hunted big game in many parts of America, but I am sure shooting at an Apache would give me a greater thrill than any I have before shot at. I have also suffered from Indian atrocities, and feel that such an adventure would offer an opportunity to even an old score.
From Ontario, Jack Williams, wrote,
I have traveled all over the globe. I have seen a bit of life, and I have fought men of all colors. So I would like to become one of your expedition, for I love action.
The expedition was to leave from Douglas, Arizona, and move high into the canyons and the caves of the mountainous region in Mexico where this Apache band was supposed to hide out. There was even talk of using a plane to spot the Indians from above. But in the end, the governments on both sides of the border frowned on the expedition, and it was eventually called off. Although Fimbres continued to enact his revenge of this renegade band of Apaches, his young son was never recovered.